Jepsy Amaga Kallungi has been missing since March 21, 2019. The 26-year-old woman was last seen in Colorado Springs, where she lives with her husband Dane Kallungi. Jepsy moved to Colorado from the Philippines in 2017, after meeting Dane online that same year. Jepsy's mother, who is living in Hong Kong, last spoke to Jepsy on March 20. After days passed without hearing from her daughter, Jepsy's mother reached out to Dane on social media. He replied, saying he has no clue about Jepsy's whereabouts, and he has since deleted his social media accounts. On April 4, Colorado Springs Police Department received a request for a welfare check to be done at Jepsy's home. After being unable to contact her, the missing persons report was filed. Police questioned Dane, and told them that he believed Jepsy was preparing to traveling to the Philippines, Mexico, or Chicago to visit friends. However, there is not any known record of her traveling to any of those places. Since Jepsy's disappearance, Dane has moved to California to live with his father. Dane also told Jepsy's family that he and Jepsy had separated shortly before her disappearance, and that she had started seeing a new man named Travis. However, Jepsy's family members and friends are not aware of her being close to a man named Travis, and they were also unaware about her alleged separation from Dane. Just over 2 years after Jepsy's disappearance, Dane took a trip back to Colorado Springs because of an illness in his family. On this trip, Dane had lunch with his ex-wife, Elaine Kallungi, where she says he admitted to the murder of Jepsy. 3 days after that conversation, Elaine got in touch with investigators and informed them of the conversation. Elaine says she was also a victim of domestic violence from Dane on a handful of occasions in their 10-year marriage. It was Elaine that set up the April 3, 2021 phone call, in coordination with police, where Dane discusses the murder and disappearance of Jepsy. Dane told his ex-wife that he strangled Jepsy before moving her body to the trunk of his car. He allegedly admitted to driving her remains into the mountains, where he buried her. Jepsy's body has not been found, but renewed efforts to find her body. Police obtained a warrant for Dane's arrest on June 1, 2021. According to Dane, the altercation that led to Jepsy's death began over text messages exchanged between Jepsy and another man named Travis, and an argument over money. Location data from the phones of Jepsy and Travis do show them in the same location on March 20, and testimony from police say they suspected the relationship between Jepsy and Travis was intimate. Investigators interviewed Travis, and he said he picked Jepsy up on March 20, took her to his barracks, and then returned to her apartment at about 9 p.m. Dane is accused of carrying out the murder on March 20, 2019 in their Colorado Springs apartment, around 10:30 p.m. Police said in the hearing that they received a phone call from Jepsy's number at 10:30 p.m. and attempted to contact her back twice at 10:31 and 10:32 p.m. The 911 call was the last call Jepsy's phone made. Dane assisted police in the search for the body of Jepsy. He tried hard to point out on a map where he buried her, but the search was ultimately unsuccessful. Jepsy's body still has not been found.